Hey guys, it's postboxpat and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be talking about TU44 and what could be coming in to the next update within Minecraft Console Edition. Now before I get into this video, I'd just like to mention the gameplay on screen. Now when I finish a game, like finish in Minecraft, I usually go into this view that you can see on screen right now, basically where I use it to take a screenshot without the game hub and the game, I can't remember what the other one's called, but it basically removes your hand and hub from the game, and basically that's what it is. And as you can see on screen, I haven't turned it off, and this gameplay is me actually playing a game of Spleef with snowballs using this mode. So this is a really good challenge for you guys to actually try out in your own world. I'm going to probably make a separate video on this challenge because this video is actually really long. There's two actually gameplays in it, but I've kind of cut them short. I'm just going to leave the snowball one in. I actually do win 2 games on the row, so yeah, I wouldn't put it in if I didn't win, but yeah, kind of spoiling the gameplay there for you, but there's some cool things at the end of it, so make sure you stay to the end because I've got a little bit of funny things going on at the end. But apart from that, I'm going to be talking about TU44. What could be coming in the next update for Console Edition? Now, thinking about it generally, we are in Halloween month, and it isn't that long away until Halloween, the actual day of Halloween, which is the 31st of October, which isn't that long away at all. So thinking about that, I was probably wondering what could actually, sorry about that, come in to Minecraft Console Edition next. So looking at like the past couple of years and the past things they've done, first thing they did related to Halloween was the Halloween charity skin pack. Now this was back in 2012, I believe, very long time ago. You probably won't personally remember this. I think it was back in 2012. Yes, it was back in 2012. It was basically a skin pack which they brought out relating to other games as well. So it wasn't just skins that they've created, it was skins that other games have also created for Minecraft, and it was a Halloween charity pack. What was really awesome about that is all the money, or at least I think it was like 70% of it, went to charity rather than for studios, and I thought that was really interesting, and it was a really cool thing to do. Now that was one of their first skin packs they actually brought out. Now thinking of that, they probably realised they made so much money for charity, they're probably thinking, oh, we can make a lot of profit off it, and obviously that's what they've clearly done with releasing stuff, because they focus a lot of time on other things which I'll talk about later on in a few moments. So what came next after that charity pack? Well, the next year there was actually a texture pack, which was the Halloween texture pack. Now that still is in the game on Console Edition on the Xbox Ones and PlayStation 4, whereas the charity one isn't there. So that actually came out, which was really awesome. So that had a bunch of cool features which were actually in that were really awesome. Huge changes to the game. It was one of the first texture packs as well. Gave loads of good features. Loads of people were using it for stuff, and it was just a really awesome texture pack, and it was free. So that was really awesome when they brought that out. So after that, the next year they just re-brought that out, because what they did is took it off the store so no one could download it unless you were Halloween time, and then brought it back on for next Halloween and took it off again, and then that was it for that. So that's what they did with that. And then 2015 they brought out the Halloween skin pack, or whatever it's called, Halloween skin pack and mashup pack and texture pack, so it's all in one. So this was another basically texture pack, but you had to pay for it. Now with this thing that really did annoy me, some of the skins that they brought out in this were actually the same skins from the original Halloween charity pack, but obviously you can't get the charity pack on Xbox One. So that really did annoy me. They just basically kind of redesigned it, but there were a few new things, and they had the huge mashup pack. So speaking of that, what could be coming this year? So 2016. Thinking of it this way, I don't personally think that anything big like a mashup pack or texture pack will come out, because that's already been out. They will probably release a map in battle mode and a map in Spleef related to Halloween in the Halloween texture pack, and they'll probably release maybe some discount on the texture packs or mashup pack, or maybe release the old charity one. I'm not too sure. Probably discount on the mashup pack and a map each for Spleef and battle mode. So that's probably what's going to happen there relating to the Halloween stuff. But other than that, I honestly don't know exactly what they're going to do this year for Halloween, but that's probably what's going to happen around Halloween time. But not only that, this is TU44 we're talking about. There's going to be a lot of patches for glitches and stuff. Now we know the duplication glitch is very popular. It's the best duplication glitch I've done, probably back from at least 2013. I recommend using it and hammering it as much as you can. Personally, I'm going to use the duplication glitch loads. Even if the update gets patched, I'm just going to click cancel on the update, not do the update, and duplicate whatever I need for you guys until I've got enough of it, and then I'll update. to make sure. So that's probably a good tip. I recommend keep duplicating now, so you don't have to do it when the new update comes out. But if you haven't got much time at the moment, like personally I don't have much time, so I'm just going to be doing a lot of duplicating offline on my own, still in the old update, just so I can get enough resources for you guys when you join in, and you guys can have as much as you want. If anyone actually has time to help me out sometime, I'm mainly free on Mondays and Tuesdays. They're the best days for duplicating, especially this Tuesday coming. That'd be really awesome if you guys could actually come on and help me out, because every other day I'm so busy in the evenings. I'm not here in the evenings, so it's really difficult for me to actually get on and do some stuff. But apart from that, it's really awesome to see you guys helping me out. Anyway, what else could be happening to TU44? Well, anything new? No, not really. But what about the updates after that? So you've got TU45, TU46. TU45 will probably be another bug fix, or maybe it'll be a Christmas release. Now, many of you have been speculating for it to come out, the big update to come out at Christmas. But I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. They're too busy working on mini games, too busy working on mashup packs. Spend too long building them. We all know it. Look at the size of the Halloween mashup pack last year with a huge roller coaster. The amount of time that would take me to build personally, easily about probably 2 months straight of playing Minecraft, probably less, about a month straight. I'm quite a fast builder. But for them, they ain't Minecraft players. The people at 4J Studios, they play Minecraft, but they ain't the community. They don't play it like and hammer it. They play it at their studio at office times, so they're not on it all day, and they don't get other people. It's just them who work on it. There's a few other outsiders, but not many, and they work on the mashup pack, and that's why it takes them 3-4 months. And obviously the game developers will have to keep checking on it to make sure the mashup pack's running, to make sure it's all running, and that's why there's no updates coming out. If you watch the press conferences they made, some kid actually asked them, why do you keep bringing out skin packs just to make money? They answer, but their answer was pretty naff. It was just kind of him laughing and saying that they ask this at every Minecon. So you can clearly see they focus on that and not program it. Another guy was asking about when's it coming out and stuff like that. What about servers and all this? And they go on about, oh, it's all down to the regulations of PlayStation and Xbox. It is kind of down to the regulations of PlayStation and Xbox, and I do agree with that, but not 100%. Think of it this way. Ark Survival. I always mention Ark Survival because it is a very outstanding game and it's very clever what it's done. 70 players on one server, even another player, 100 players. Xbox's cap limit is 64. They've clearly exceeded the cap limit. If you go on Ark Survival on the Xbox One store, it'll say multiplayer 1 to 64 players. It's more than that, it's 100 players on some servers. So they've clearly exceeded it by having their own servers at their base, wherever their studios, they have servers that we can connect to. Graphics are downgraded, obviously. Minecraft graphics are downgraded, so it is possible. File size may need to be bigger on the game, but the actual graphic content is pretty downgraded. Ark Survival graphics downgraded. 100 people on a server runs perfectly fine. Crashes every now and then, people lag out and stuff, but it works. Minecraft, 8 players. Again, multiplayer, bigger multiplayer. Yes, they have mentioned it, they have been testing it. They say they're struggling putting it into the game and are having difficulties with it. That is ridiculous. When an update came out once, I had 9 people in my world. It was clearly past the limit. 10 people even in my world. That was the max I ever had, glitching it out when it was quite a while ago now. It was back on 360. But 10 people in my world on 360, and it was perfectly running fine. There were no glitches, no lag, no one was lagging out. 10 people in the world. Obviously, once they left, no one else could join because it was like a glitch we did. But we had 10 people in the world. And it was working fine. So it clearly is possible to do this, but they just not want to do it. They want to make things, they want to do updates where it's kind of leading to profit rather than leading to no profit. For example, bigger multiplayer, no profit. New features like blocks, other different game modes, things like that. Game modes, obviously, like battle mode, mini games, they do earn profit because of these releases of like texture or extra maps and things like that. But updates that release new content into the game, like new mobs, things like that, they don't earn any profits. That's why they don't really focus on them as much. This is clearly a business situation that we are actually talking about, but that is why they don't focus on it. They don't like saying this at GameCon preference conferences and all that. They always say they have excuses and they don't want to catch up PC because then they'll have work to do that may not 100% be done. So they're never going to catch up PC. That's clearly obvious because they don't want to catch up PC. If they catch up PC, they'll have to do work at the same time as PC and work with PC to bring everything out. So they'll always be at least 6 months behind PC, which is interesting. Interesting to see that. Very interesting to actually see them doing that. It's pretty clever. I'd do that if I was a company. It makes more sense because then you have something to follow, whereas you're at the same stage as PC, you don't have to follow. Console exclusives, they're out the window. No way they're putting that in. They want to, but obviously they've got all the regulations. They keep saying that. What they do say is they say, this is one that I did notice at the conference. I know this is kind of a big rant, but this is kind of leading to what's coming in the next features, and we can expect what to be. And this is why the big update won't be coming out at Christmas. But if you watch the press conference at Minecon a couple of weeks ago, they did say about it being not able to put on every console, and it's unfair that they get console exclusives. Well, how can't you put it on a console? If console exclusives, if you have an exclusive on a console, why don't you just put it on every single one apart from PC? It's pretty simple. It's not hard to do. Pocket Edition have got exclusives, and they've got it on Android and Samsung. Oh, I'm sorry, Android and iOS, or Google Play or whatever. That was a big mistake then. But you know what I mean. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, and to see that happening, and that's why the big update won't be coming out at Christmas. In my opinion, it may do, and I may be completely wrong. But in all honesty, at Christmas, it'll probably be a texture pack, or maybe another mashup pack, or something like that. And a mini game. That's what they're aiming for. They're aiming for a Christmas mini game. I assume it'll probably be Sky Wars, because that's what I can see coming. Imagine like a Christmas Sky Wars theme map. It'd just be really awesome. That's what I can kind of see coming at Christmas for Minecraft Console Edition. That's what they're working towards. I can't see the big update coming out at Christmas. I can see it coming out around Easter time, but not Christmas, unfortunately. Maybe about in February, not Easter. Easter's probably a bit late. But yeah, that's what I can see happening to Minecraft on Console Edition. This next update coming. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And the gameplay on screen now, I will wind it on a little bit so you guys can see a few things. We are actually in another game here. I think we're on Shovels right now, but I will wind it on to the end of Shovels so you can see what happens. It's absolutely hilarious. Let me show you that. So here we go, let's wind on to the end, and here we go. There we go. We're at the end of Shovels, so the guy falls into the floor, he falls straight in, I win the game, but it's not just that. This is the bit that makes it really hilarious. I've actually got one more thing as well to show you after this. You'll notice on screen right now, I finished the game and I'm like doing my little outro like I always do a little jump around, I'm like, thanks for coming to watch, and all this, looking through the gamer tags, going over the scores and stuff, and this happens now, I'm like, oh yeah, I did pretty, it always happens to me every single time. It's just really glitchy. But what was really awesome about that gameplay, as you can see, I did really well without even using the hub or the hand, which is very impressive. So that's a challenge for you guys to try out. Also on screen now, you can see this screenshot. It's actually really funny. The guy was like on about something about me flying using hacks. Don't know why he said that, but it was absolutely hilarious. I find it really funny when people say stuff like, why are you using fly hacks? Clearly wasn't. You guys have seen the gameplay, but apparently I've been using fly hacks. So don't know how you get them on Console Edition, but yeah, definitely. But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's just a little funny thing at the end of the video I wanted to talk about, because it's funny, isn't it? Well, I find it funny. I don't know if you do, but if you do find it funny, comment down below. It is quite funny, personally, I think. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget, if you have any ideas for TU44, leave a comment down below if anything new, if anything at Halloween that you think might be coming out, or any mini games that may be coming out. Maybe something like Capture the Flag as well, because banners have been introduced. But apart from that, it's an awesome video, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. And once again, this is postboxpat, signing out.